Assassin's Creed Origins, the Curse of the Pharaohs has some max level bosses that give you really awesome unique rewards, so I already killed them earlier in a video, but never really looked at the awesome rewards. So let's do that in this video, telling you if the weapons are any good. I mean, this warrior bow could be better than the Jackal's gift. So if you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. So early in the DLC, you will learn that two Lucky style bosses are coming out to get you, and at one point these guys are way too high level for you. You'll probably see the skull level above their heads, and then you will be like, okay, I will kill them later. Well, if you do, you get some really awesome new weapons that are up there with the best weapons in the game. Let's start with a new weapon in my favorite weapon category, the Heavy Blade called the Palmet Carver. Coming in at a quality of 123 on level 55, we got the Adrenaline on Hurt level 3 perk, giving you obviously adrenaline when you get hurt, and in combination with the Adrenaline on Kill perk, this is actually pretty nice. Not only because you can then do your overpowered attack more often, but mostly because of the most powerful attack of the Heavy Blade, holding the light attack button to do some really rapid attacks, and this consumes adrenaline, so having multiple sources to get it back is really nice to keep doing it, to kill the enemies off quickly, and then you get adrenaline back, so you can repeat this attack. Oh, and you also get health back thanks to the health on kill. And the health on kill is really nice for a Heavy Blade because you easily defeat enemies instantly with your overpowered attack or the fast attacks I just talked about. Killing off targets is still faster with one of my favorite weapons in the game, the Serpent axe, also a Heavy Blade that you get from a Heka chest or can also drop from a boss or something else. This is because the Serpent axe is a super powerhouse, focusing on pure damage with the bleeding on hit and the poison on hit perk that almost always trigger when doing the light attack combo, making the enemy stunned as well. And if your enemies don't drop from the attacks, they will die thanks to the damage over time. Of course, just like with all the more aggressive weapons that focus on damage only, you have to watch your health, and that's why the Palmet Carver is a more safe choice, giving you health back during the fight so you can easily keep going. So yeah, both weapons are the best Heavy Blades in the game. It just depends on your preference, on your loadout. I prefer the Serpent axe with a health on hit or health on kill sword, so I can get health back that way. I think a sword is way more reliable than having a Heavy Blade with health on hit or health on kill, simply because the sword is way faster, so you can better adapt to the incoming attacks. I of course also use the Jackal's gaze bow to keep me in the fight, and yeah, that really helps. Speaking of that warrior bow, okay, I will touch that one later. Let's first take a look at this new awesome Elect of Ra warrior bow you get from killing one of the Anubis max level bosses. Coming in at a quality of 122 on the max level, level 55, with an average level 3 precision perk, making sure your arrows hit the target better. And we of course also got the bleeding on hit. Familiar, yes, I know, this one is on level 4. But to be fair, this perk is less powerful now, thanks to the Shattering Arrows ability that was added with the Curse of the Pharaohs. This means that all the warrior bows can trigger the bleeding on hits if you fully charge them and the enemy was not killed after the attack. Still though, when using this ability, you will get a less powerful bleeding on hit effect. So on a bow without the bleeding on hit perk, I had the 66 bleeding on hit damage thanks to the ability. But with bows that have the bleeding on it, I sometimes got 85 bleeding on hit damage. And it is of course nice that you don't have to fully charge your bow in order to make the bleeding on hit work. On top of the bleeding on hit, we got the On Fire legendary perk, and that can be very powerful to do a ton of damage. Like I said, on top of the damage over time from the bleeding on hit. So even if you don't kill the enemies with one shot, you kill them off seconds later because of the damage over time. Shooting fire arrows is also nice against shield wearing enemies, since even if they block your arrows, they can still take the fire damage. So yeah, the Elect of Ra is awesome in terms of damage, better than the Hao Yi bow in my opinion, that has the poison on hit perk and also a bleeding on hit. But if you want your health back, which can be really handy with a warrior bow, then of course still the Jackal's Gaze is your best weapon. If you don't have the Jackal's Gaze yet, you get it after killing 4 hard mode Trial of the God bosses. So yeah, I can totally see why people would pick the Electro Raw. It's a really good bow, but personally I like to have it offhand with the health on hit. And I'm of course totally not biased at all. No, both weapons you get from these Anubis soldiers are great and an awesome combo as well, shooting the enemies on the ground and then killing the enemy off with the heavy blade. Also make sure you do some side steps to do some crits. It's a great tactic for sure. You get health back as well, of course. So yeah, you get these weapons by killing the Shadows of Anubis soldiers. The Relentless one will drop the heavy blade and the Faithless one has the bow. If you need help killing these bosses or want to see how I kill these bosses, then totally check out my video on killing the Shadows of Anubis. Subscribe for way more Assassin's Creed Origins content. We learned there is more stuff coming in April and I will of course totally cover that. So drop a like to support the channel. I will speak to you next time and goodbye.